Heyo, we're back. Cool. So, we are leaving the Blue Serpent hideout to try to go find the rest of the crew. Man, this would have been a lot easier if we had just all been sleeping in the same place.
Right?
But that couldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, physically impossible. Anyway.
Okay, so I am dressed in full regalia. Like, I might not look princess level per se because this is not one of my dresses.
Mm-hmm.
This is the very nice dress that Sophia gave me, but I've still got jewelry and add-ons and stuff, and I definitely look like a noble person.
Sure. So,
And I guess Echo's going with me, right?
and Rafik was planning to go with you too.
Oh, I thought Rafik was gonna sneak off into the shadows and go do a thing.
Rafik does not sneak.
No, she is a war. They are a warrior
Rafik gets shit done
by kicking face in.
That's probably true.
So I think. So yeah.
Before we get anywhere near them, I do stop for a second. And I turn around and I say, "Echo, Echo." You don't say a single word the entire time we're there.
But if they point our weapons out there, I get to attack unwittingly. I will keep my mouth shut. That's the deal, princess. And I don't get any slack for it when they go for the kills.
If they attack us, yes.
Or the prisoners.
Sure. But no words.
Deal.
Okay. And Rafik, can you stay behind Echo so that you don't draw a lot of attention to your presence?
They adjust their turban. Fine.
Thanks. All right, and then we go.
As you guys are walking, you get you hear Cecilia's voice in your head.
Which one of us?
Andrella.
Oh.
Because I'm casting Sending.
Okay.
That's probably wise.
Where are you right now? Something is about to happen in the city.
I'm on my way to a important talk. There's a execution happening. Where are you? I don't know these street names.
Damn it!
Both of you roll 1d6.
Okay. This didn't go well for me last time.
It's fine. Just roll 1d6.
I got the middle. Middle's okay.
Yeah, you both come around a corner and run into each other.
So I have my head turned and like talking to.
Did you recognize me at first?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
So I have my head turned.
She looks all princessy, but you recognize her, yeah.
Right. I have my head turned and I'm talking to Vanna and I'm like, we really need to cover what happens when I use this spell because I can't. Oh, hey, it's
Cecilia.
you. Hi. So, yeah, we know they're about to execute a group of Red Serpent warriors.
There's a group of fallen Azamar here.
Yeah.
I'm going there right now to talk to them.
You're gonna do the okay. You're gonna do the like, I'm a princess, knock it off thing.
Is gonna try and sneak them free.
I do not sneak.
Rafik gets things done.
Echo's going with me.
Cool. So like that should be fairly quick then.
What are you guys going like? I mean, Vanna could maybe attend with me. I don't think walking in there with half my party being Yanti to talk to them about their Yanti situation is going to be the best display.
Well, sure. I mean, you're just gonna walk in and like, hey, I'm the princess, knock it off, right?
Yeah, along those lines.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I mean,
so
she is a. So Rafik speaks up. She's like, I mean, to be fair, if she is one of the princesses of Lusa Benedit, then maybe they'll listen to her.
right. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, this should be easy. Ooh.
Notice he says Lusa Benedit, not Volsenland, because you haven't explained where you're actually from yet.
Yeah, I kind of think about that, and I'm like, does my grandfather act as a nobility? Like, I think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he got sent there for a long time, freeing anti-slaves.
Okay, so in case you have to like talk to anybody or like work your magic, or not magic, but like talky magic, I pull out my holy symbol, and I like reach my hand out and like place it on your shoulder, and my holy symbol glows, and you hear a like an eagle go like,
I have a flashback to that horrible morning, middle of the night event.
Screaming, yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
And you now have advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Sweet.
I cast enhance ability.
Do you want to put any spells in my ring? Actually, Echo, do you have any spells that could help?
Give that to me.
Okay.
They put a spell in your ring.
What's the spell?
You don't know.
How can I cast it if I don't know what it is?
You can just cast it. Do you want to know or do you not want to know?
Oh, I suddenly was looking at the wrong character sheet. I was like, why do I have no stats? Is it more fun if I don't know?
I think it's more fun if you don't know.
But how
it's
will I
up
know when
you.
to use it?
When the time is right.
You'll know.
How many spell slots does it take up?
All of them.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh, by the way.
Can I tell if it's a damaging or a buffing or a debuffing? Can I tell like that? I got a 20 on an Arcana check.
It is a get out of jail. It is a get out of jail card.
Okay.
Spell.
Okay.
This will
Get out of jail card. Okay. It's a escape spell. It's a retreat spell. It's a mobility spell.
This will
Sort of.
save your butt if things go wrong.
Okay, that's fine. So it's a last resort spell.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so you got that.
All right.
Got that. By the way, Otto says hi.
Are you doing sending to Odo?
No.
That's a good idea. We should do more sending to Odo.
We don't need to So
can we talk about this later? There's time.
Right.
It's an important factor.
Right.
I really
Okay.
wanna
Yeah.
hear
Just
it.
he says hi. It
Cool.
wishes the best and
Mhm.
right. We'll yeah. It was really weird. Okay, go save my people, please.
Going and trying to get there before things kick off. Michael.
Sure. Okay.
You arrive.
Yeah, they're marching to the town square when you find them.
Shit. The Azamar are there?
Yeah, they're in formation. So you see a highborn woman flanked by leading a column of 5 Yanti. On either side of them, there are 3 Azamar that look like they're falling.
What would be the protocol for me to be able to intercept and kind of stop this thing in progress? Like as a noble person arriving on a scene, do I just go up and talk to the person in charge? Because like it's already in progress.
You would address the woman in the lead, and she would help you. She would talk to you. You would address her as a noble.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna do that. I
She
will.
looks like a duchess, maybe.
Okay. I will attempt to.
Do you want to try and recognize her heraldry?
Yes.
Give me a history check.
22.
Nice.
So she is from the southern part of Lisabinidit. Her heraldry is a trident on a red field. So angelic house names are like really long and stupidly complicated.
Okay.
Sure.
And usually have a lot of the phrases. The short version is her house is renowned for their work as sailors. That is what they ply their trade as.
Okay.
And you know that this particular group often has problems with the Yanti because Yanti pirates often attack their ships.
Okay. Okay, so I want to greet her in Celestial, and sing her title, singing Celestial. So, I want to do a formal greeting.
She stops the line when you speak.
Mm-hmm. And
you do a formal greeting.
Yeah. And
this takes about a minute.
And
Celestial is not a short language.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
And inquire why the gem of the shores, or whatever kind of compliment I can give her, is so far inland.
I think she looks at you, and in Celestial she says, necessities of war.
But our strengths should be where we apply our focus.
I think she looks you up and down. Who are you?
Apologies. I'm used to being recognized. I'm Andrella Strepyev of Vosenland. And I give the variety of titles that I have. Again, it's Celestial, so this takes a minute. It's not that long. Vosenland doesn't do quite as many titles, but...
Oh, good. We were told to take you back to the capital.
Get ready to fight, guys.
I think she kind of blinks. You're Arwen's daughter.
Yes.
You're looking well for a dead woman.
Death has not been the worst thing that has happened to me.
She laughs. Well, have you come to... She says it more eloquently than I can, but basically fight the good fight.
I give a neutral reply along the lines of, having been dead, it was difficult to know what was going on in the world. And so now I'm trying to just understand.
Well, she looks around. Can you make a perception check for me?
Okay. I am not good at these. Perception. There it is.
Nope, never mind. You don't see anything. She looks around. I'm on a very tight schedule, unfortunately. She make a persuasion check. See if you can get her to stick around and talk to you.
You have advantage.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Don't fuck up. She didn't fuck up.
In
Um,
Celestial, she basically says spread out. My family's making fun of each other.
Fair.
okay.
And so the like fallens like spread out and like form a perimeter, and they like shove the Yanti down into like real close together.
Mhm.
She takes out like a water skin and like takes a drink and like takes off her gloves.
Is she fallen?
She is not. She's not a fallen Azamar. Or at least does not have the visual cues of one.
Okay. So I want to inquire. Like I've led with the idea that I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know, it's been a little hard to get the news, so trying to catch up. And I want to segue into just saying like, so you're leading them for them to kill the number they need. You yourself don't need to do that.
You get the impression she's kind of like frustrated.
What's wrong?
This was not the glorious assignment I was looking forward to.
Well, I mean, a proper glorious assignment, as I said, should be where your strengths lie. You should be on the sea.
People like them need a firm hand. Unfortunately, I was the best woman for the job.
Ah, the joys of leadership sometimes. So, I've never heard of a reversal in the fallen state.
It's rare, but it happens. Usually requires the direct intervention of Solar. Usually requires a sizable act to redeem your fate.
And that sizable act is 8.
Rule of thumb. I don't know the arrangement the Solars have with them. All I know is that they are to kill as many Yanti as they can and die in these lands.
And I'm going to start kind of like, as I'm talking, lift my voice just a little so that they can hear. I'm slightly familiar with death. And if they die in these lands... Sorry, what?
Being a dead woman, I hope you should be.
Yes. And if they die in these lands, how will the Solar take them to the Celestial Mountains? What's the mount? What's the name of the mountain again?
Mount Celestia.
Mount Celestia. How will the Solars take them to Mount Celestia? They don't really operate on this side.
Oh my. I don't say out of character though, because I had to shut up.
We plan to fix that.
Is this a push to take the whole continent again?
Not continent. Just... It's no secret the snakes have been trouble for us for a long time. Putting them in their place. As is
Still,
right.
this isn't really Sultanate land.
She frowns. I am just here on orders from a Solar.
Which one?
Very, very long Solar name. Basically, the woman, the Solar that founded her bloodline.
Okay. Not one I'm familiar with.
Not one you're familiar with.
And I don't know the relationship of that Solar to the other Solars.
I mean, you might. I mean, all this entire family is kind of known to be headstrong, including the Solar that leads it. But also very resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
If they were sent here, there is a reason.
Okay.
They're trying to get something.
So aside from numbers, I kind of lean in and lower my voice just a little. I'm like, what else are you aiming to accomplish in this place, in this area? Because like I said, strengths play out. If you're not at the sea, there's a different strength you're using.
Make a persuasion check. I want to see if this blows open because you're taking a dangerous tack here.
So you still have okay, yep.
Because you're
Still a 20.
questioning the word. You're basically questioning the orders of a Solar.
I'm not questioning the orders. I'm inquiring what those might be.
I think she leans in. We know there are Yanti in this city. We know there are a lot of them. Between the slaves and the sneaky ones that live in the sewers. We know there are a fair few. Our hope is that we can draw them out with this little display. She like spits in the direction of the prisoners. And with any luck, we'll be able to follow the chain of command up and get some more information. Might help the war effort.
And that is why they sent you.
Exactly. So would you care to help me, dead woman?
I find it distasteful.
Silence.
I find it distasteful to be chopping up meat. But
You don't have to do any of the actual work.
yeah,
Squeamish?
I hate to say this because you've done such a good job. It won't work.
What makes you say that?
The Yanti in this area, they've taken too hard of a blow. They're not brave enough anymore for what you need them to do.
Then we'll keep doing this. Every day for the next month. And eventually they'll get tired and they'll come out.
You have enough.
Snakes are predictable in that way.
You have enough supply like that?
If not, we can buy them.
Oh, right. There's that whole bit that's apparently happening around here.
What? Do they not have slaves where you were from?
Vosenland does not promote slavery.
She doesn't use the word slaves. It's like penal servants, basically.
Yeah.
Is the word she would use.
Most of the land doesn't consider themselves to be in use of penal servants either, though. Like servants, sure, and they might not have a lot of other choices. They might have a other choice. It's not a good choice, but it's a choice. And so that's how Vosenland probably makes itself feel better about servitude. They're also probably a bit equal opportunity about it,
Fair enough.
not necessarily targeting a specific subset.
Cecilia, what are you and Echo doing while this is happening? Well, Echo's there, right?
Yeah.
Echo,
Yeah,
what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm kind of
Um,
keeping an eye on everything. Like,
I
you roll-
would like to think that we're kind of getting ready to just like basically if they go like, okay, step aside, princess, we got to go kill some people. I think we're just gonna hit.
Fair enough.
I'm just kind of there next to the princess, kind of.
Can you roll
Night.
perception for me, Echo?
Okay.
So you count 7 right now.
Okay.
We heard the number 8 from um,
Yeah, 16.
Patches.
Yeah, you see like on the rooftops there's an archer.
Hmm.
So that's 8. So you have your count. Let's so Andrella, because I don't think you're going to be able to talk her out of the executions.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like it's headed towards.
You
I wasn't-
might be able to talk her out of this one, but you won't be able to talk her out of all of them.
Okay, I just mostly need to talk her out of this one to start with. Like, that's a step forward, is what I'm saying.
Okay, it's going to be a very difficult persuasion roll.
All right.
That you have advantage on, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have any spells that'll help me with this exactly either. All right. All right. All right. Persuasion. 23.
I think she pauses for a minute.
If you perhaps enjoy some dinner with me, some lunch. It's lunchtime.
Yeah, around lunchtime.
Okay. If you perhaps enjoy some lunch with me, you know who my mother was. Might have lost the war, but still a brilliant strategist. And I've learned more than a few tricks from her. We can rethink your situation. Besides, I'd love to talk with you more.
She turns and she says a name, Bato, and one of the men, one of the fallen, like look up at her. Get 8 more. Sundown. Bring them to the center. I apparently need to talk strategy with a dead woman. So yeah, he like salutes. None of them have said anything this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
They like haul the Yanti up, kind of funnel them into a formation and start marching them back down the road from which they came.
Okay.
She motions for you to follow her.
Yes. Okay, I'm still going to follow her. Okay. Because I wasn't sure if I knew where the nicest place in town was to have a lunch. But I guess I'll follow her.
Okay.
Walk with her. As I'm walking with her, I'm going to, like, very just glance over my shoulders. Like more than one shoulder. Over my shoulder at Rafiq. What's his face say?
Did Rafiq go with them?
You can see Rafiq from where you are, just for theming's sake. Rafiq was planning to. Rafiq was planning to go whole hog on these people here in like a couple seconds. I think they just nod, and they break off and follow they like pull their hood up more and they break off and follow the slaves, the
Okay.
prisoners. All right.
What are
So-
the rest of you doing? Because now I'm splitting the party. Yay!
Good job, Andrella.
That's what I do best.
So Saba, Cecilia, Vana, and Rafik. What are you all doing?
So I guess we're kind of like watching from somewhere and see them kind of split off.
Mm-hmm. Echo, what are you following Andrella?
Following Andrea.
Okay.
I look at Rafik and okay, so they aren't heading back. They aren't heading towards the center, but they're still leading them in chains.
She apparently stalled the execution. That gives us more time.
I mean, that's probably about as much of a success as we were going to get, so.
Cecilia has always been very nebulous on how much authority you have. So, like, part of her was hoping that you could just walk up and be like, yo, my grandma is this person. Knock it off. And then they'd be like, oh, well, yup, okay. But clearly that didn't work.
So it's not clear to me as the player if Amelia has that level of authority. I know she's a high-ranking general. I don't know where, because I'm not sure that Michael and I have actually talked about this. And then in regards to that, I don't know how much of that Andrella understands as a result.
Or even how much you could wave around. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like you're her granddaughter. Like,
But I'm not a direct blood descendant.
you're not from direct line. You don't live with her. You're not a part of her household.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
Like, it carries weight, and that's probably why she gave you the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely why she's having lunch with you now. But
Right, yeah, it's probably
That's
more.
probably the most I'm going to get out of something like that.
Maybe.
Because I'm not closely enough associated with that title and power.
not to work on this woman, because this woman has a very specific motivation for why she's here.
Okay.
She has
However,
gerb.
however, on other people, it might work better.
Okay.
If you were to
Maybe
find
you and
someone
I-
that was like 2 generations removed, definitely would work better.
Okay, so maybe you and I need to discuss a little bit more of the lore so that I understand how that works. We can do that off screen.
The short version is, the closer you are related to a Solar, the more authority you have.
Okay,
That makes sense.
so my father is a direct.
Yes. So
From
you're
a
you're
grandfather.
second generation.
Okay, but then I've also got other things happening
Yeah.
that makes me differently influential. Is probably the best way to put it.
So you've got a lot going on. And that's, again, probably why she's taking the time to talk to you, because she is
Right,
directly descended from Solar.
Okay.
Oh, she's a first generation. So it's kind of like Baba Yaga's bloodline and Winter, the Reign of Winter. The first generations are the top of the aristocrat. Well, first is the queen, which is the queen that Baba Yaga is behind. That's the top. Then it's the second generation, first generation, then the second generation.
Does anyone want to know what that 6th level spell they put into the thing is?
Yeah.
I'm
What, sixth level
guessing
spell. Jeez.
no. Dimension Door wouldn't take that many spell slots.
Teleport.
Doesn't
Chain lightning.
doesn't teleport need a circle? It's not instantaneous, is it?
I don't know.
Well, there's one that does and there's one that doesn't, isn't there?
There's like 2 versions of it.
Some of that.
They broke it down this generation. I mean, this in version of Dungeons and Dragons.
So I think. Sorry. I think to kind of like close it off.
Yeah,
I'll just
we're probably gonna see you guys because I'm walking away.
Uh huh.
What are you
Echo's
and
phone.
your group doing?
Yeah, I think I just look at the group of the other three, and I'm just like, well, shall we go free them?
It's a fight. They gave her my planar ally spell, so this will be tough.
We made
Ah,
stockings for Meredith and Robbie.
Oh,
Everybody say hi to my kid.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, we're still
Hi.
going, but love you, kid. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, we made it to the stockings.
Yeah, my sister's coming into town. We're like super excited.
it
Coolio.
takes 10 minutes to cast.
Bye.
Bye. I'm willing to let you cheat for Rule of Cool.
Okay. Well, we can also say because you cast it to put it into the spell, that's the 10 minutes, and then it's on the verge of it's like a held spell, so it comes out
That's how I tend to think of these.
ready to cast.
So yeah, that's how I imagine like magical items that have spells in it. I don't think it takes a full time to do it.
Okay.
Coolio. All right then. So, we are gonna be ending it for tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Let's hear from our peeps. See if they've got anything to outro and shout out. And yeah, we can all get some sleep. Dom, how would you start us off?
Smooth Mage. I like playing games. I run some games. I'm actually helping one of my friends start a new server. Unfortunately, our previous server finally closed down the dog pit, but we're going to try to do play-by-post style games. Right now, we're in the beta testing. I'm going to be running the arena fights just for people can get their kill mongering out of the way before they can actually go and role play in their actual quests. You know how you want to just go fight stuff sometimes? Just get all that vented out in the pits, go role play somewhere else. In the quests for the GMs don't have to deal with your shenanigans. I'm looking at you, players. I'm actually making a kind of a troll. Like people explain me that I'm a shitlord, kind of, but I'm a shitlord for all ages. So I'm making a unicorn wizard as kind of a troll character, like going like holy light, Associa, come with me to combat, and I might run like mini quests with the unicorn just to be like, come look at me kill these things and get free XP. Ha ha!
Fantastic.
Best kind of play-by-post DM.
It's that kind of quest. It's like go watch this unicorn just buff the party while they're like going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Coolio.
Right.
Evie, how about you?
Hi, I'm Evie. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the Happy Dose. Last weekend, I had to work the whole weekend because I've been still catching up on over having been trapped in Philly and having workload
Mm-hmm.
kind of unbalanced as a result. I am mostly caught up. I anticipate I should have my weekend back to myself, in which case I think I want to play a game. So
Coolio.
that would be fun.
Yeah,
And
heck yeah.
you can look at Twitter and I will announce it there. If, when, and should I do that.
Play more Lauren.
Yeah, I've got Lauren. I've got what was the other one I just got? Oh, there's a big old Factorio game going on that I've been invited to be a part of.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. There's a lot. I have a lot of games.
Awesome. Great job. Michael, how about you?
Hey, I'm Michael Itio, All Pro on Twitter. I DM here. I design my games over on Swift Design, Patreon. Do marketing consulting. I have a kid that's really cute and picks weird times to stand behind my camera and talk to me, which actually took some serious effort because there's just like a wall there, so he like had to like crawl across the ground. It's pretty cute.
Okay.
I like Warhammer. Have a really awesome wife who got me a really awesome hoodie, and I'm feeling pretty good. I had a fun. This was a fun session.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were going to get into a fight, and I'm a little disappointed you didn't. And now I'm a little worried that It's going to be me piloting 3 NPCs and Cecilia for this fight, which I'm a little bit nervous about.
Hey, that's what Evie does. That's what Evie does.
We can it. Yeah. Well, if we don't want to do that, we can figure it out.
We can play around. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I mean, Andrella was hoping to try and have a moment now that she's bought herself the evening to talk to the Fallen directly after chit-chatting with this lady.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any difference.
Dog.
There's my dog.
Ah, puppy!
Wow. You click on my thing. That she
'Cause-
just come to you specifically.
I think Andrella feels like she might have the best chance at making any sort of a difference with the Fallen, which is probably not the truth, but
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably get an opportunity to talk to them next session. But,
Yeah. I mean, well, the real way to stop this is
the real great thing would be is if a couple of them change sides and then the others don't, and then they're fighting each other.
right. Well, I was gonna say like especially with their plan of like, oh, we'll just keep doing it until we get more Wan T out of the gutters.
Yeah,
Like-
we're gonna have to do something about that full plan.
Well, I was gonna say probably just
Also about
like-
the additional 8 that are happening tonight.
yeah. Well, I mean, if we take a couple of these people out, they're just gonna send more. Like really,
Yeah.
the bigger thing is we just need to keep going with our thing of heading down there and finding.
But if we don't
Yeah.
stop this, it's gonna be a bloodbath city.
Yeah, by the time we get down, this is going to be woof. It'll take them time to get new people up here. And
But
that
they
time,
feel so. Like, I mean, if we just want to, do we want to do the math?
it's
if
going to be bad.
like,
You already know, no matter.
Okay.
They'll tell us the
everything
numbers because we're
settled.
going to.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
it'll be pretty much the whole city. Like
It's
by the time
cringe.
we reach the Sultanate and get to the city,
Yeah.
she'll probably have killed everybody in the city.
Well, Wan T.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unless she goes crazy and goes after everybody else too.
You're looking at a couple. You're looking at a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can keep these guys from, hopefully keep these guys from that, and then yeah, keep heading down there and being like, yo, what the fuck's wrong with you? Cool. Yeah. So I'm Lily. You're here on my channel. Thank you. I'm probably gonna try to do some more Dragon Age this weekend, whatever, sometime.
You
You
didn't
playing
do it
Dragon
last
Age 1 or
weekend.
Dragon Age 2?
Inquisition.
Okay.
Inquisition's
None of
so
those.
good.
I did it a little while ago, and then I missed it
2
because I was
weeks.
kind of busy.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna try to get to it again soonish. I did go and see Spider-Verse this weekend. It was
Oh yeah, there's
heard that was
movies out that
fantastic.
are possibly worth watching. What's that one like?
it's amazing.
Yeah?
Yes. Like
Okay.
I like to
It's-
say Spider Gwen
Oh.
and Miles are both fan favorites just because of
Heck yeah.
character design.
they're
Like
super
I
good.
love Spider Gwen's hoodie. It's like it's such
Uh-huh.
a cool design.
Yeah,
for a
she's
Spider-
great in it. Miles is great in it. It's just an amazing movie. The animation is really, really good.
Old man
uh,
Peter Parker.
They did a really good job of because it making it look like a comic book, but it's an animated movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I believe it's coming out like officially this. A theater near me for some reason had a random showing had a random showing at 2:00 on Saturday for whatever reason, and I just happened to be like, oh, I wonder what's playing. Spider-Verse, what the hell?
I'm
so
gonna
I
go
went and-
check that out real
so
quick.
I went and saw it. But yeah, it's incredible. I'll probably go see it again. It was really, really good. It was really good. And that's yeah,
In that case, maybe I will try to do that.
that's me. Cool. So thank y'all again. Thank y'all for playing in Junk. And I believe we are level 9 now.
Nope.
Darn it.
I'll just go right past
If we keep asking every episode, eventually he'll get tired of it and just say, "Fine, yes, whatever."
So Cecilia gets true polymorphed into a table, and
A sexy
uh,
table.
a sexy table, and Vana just runs up and
Nice curvy legs.
I bump.
Great, perfect.
That's
Okay,
a skill
Now,
design.
Cecilia is gonna forever be played as a +1 table. She's gonna
Great.
be in-
great,
Ooh, that could
awesome,
use- that could
perfect.
use as a weapon.
Alrighty. Have a good night. We're out. See ya.